We have another NHL trade to discuss. The Colorado Avalanche have added another solid young defenseman. We'll discuss the trade coming up next. So welcome back to another video here at Top Shelf Hockey. Now, as I mentioned, we have another NHL trade to discuss here. We have another situation where a team's trying to clear some cap space and another team fully taking advantage. The Colorado Avalanche have acquired young defenseman Devon Toews from the New York Islanders in exchange for 2 second-round draft picks. So that's the second-round pick in 2021 and a second-round pick in 2022. So obviously, the Islanders have some cap problems like many teams do. They need to sign Matthew Barzal. They need to sign Ryan Pulock. And they don't have the money to do so. So clearly, they're moving some money out. Now, there's going to be more. I fully expect another Islanders trade. Not sure if it's going to happen today. But there's a lot of rumblings that there could be another defenseman, likely Johnny Boychuk, on the way out. And his $6 million would go a long way to helping out their salary cap space. So stay tuned. I don't think Lou Lamoriello here is done for the day, like I said, but it could be later into the week. I don't know. Can't predict the timing, but another trade is definitely going to happen for the Islanders. Now, in the case of the Avalanche, though, this is a awesome trade. And NHL GMs need to learn to hang up the phone when Joe Sakic's calling them to try to make a trade, because he wins so often. Like I said the other day, he just has this impeccable record ever since he was criticized for hanging on to Matt Duchene for all that time when we knew Duchene wanted out. Once he finally did, he got a king's ransom, and he's just been on a roll ever since now for a few years. That Avalanche blue line is going to be incredibly fast, offensive, and scary, and good in their own end here in the not-too-distant future. I mean, they already have guys like Cale Makar, Samuel Girard. They just locked up Ryan Graves. Now you throw in Devon Toews. Now, Toews is an RFA. He needs a new deal, but he shouldn't be too expensive. He has requested arbitration as well. So that it could be coming up. You still have other prospects like Bowen Byram and Connor Timmins, who are not even in the lineup as regulars. You throw in guys like Eric Johnson and Ian Cole as some vets to kind of mix in some experience back there, and that is one heck of a young, dynamic blue line. That's going to be an awesome addition here for the Avalanche. I mean, you could make an argument that they don't really even need Toews, but this adds another one in the mix. Obviously, as some of their guys come out of their ELCs, like Makar and Girard and Byram later on, they're probably not all going to end up sticking around in Colorado for their entire careers, because they're likely not going to be able to afford them. But for right now, in the short term, while they have them on entry-level contracts, the Avalanche are clearly in a win-now mode. Like I said before, the Avalanche were a team I expected to go into this offseason with trying to hit a Stanley Cup in the next 1 or 2 years, because they've proven now that they're a solid regular playoff team and definitely a Stanley Cup contender. Now, they're not quite a favorite, but they're certainly one of the top ones that are going to be mentioned when it gets to the next season as being one of the top contenders for the Stanley Cup here yet again. I know a lot of people were picking them this past year. They just got too beaten up to get the job done, but clearly the Avalanche are a team that have some young players on some terrific contracts, but it's going to be coming to an end here in 2 or 3 years, so they have that window that they can keep everybody together right now for the next few years while we're waiting for those ELCs to expire and Nathan MacKinnon's next contract to kick in, etc. So this is important for the Avalanche to do everything they can to win while the getting's good, as they say. So I personally love this trade for the Avalanche. It's a clear case of the Islanders needing to create some cap space. And we knew that there's going to be a few cap casualties. This is number 1 with at least 1, maybe 2 more to go. So let me know your thoughts on this trade down in the comment section, and we can discuss it further. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing and turning on your notifications so you don't miss any future content. And as I mentioned, stay tuned. You're probably going to see another Islanders trade coming up here in short order. If not today, then sometime really soon to make some more space. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you next time.